Hi everyone, I'm Ken McNatt. That's usually the MOV weather over in that box. But today it's just more or less information about who I am, what I do, and why I do it. And hopefully that helps you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing and why I want to make this my full time thing and why I have made this my full time thing. Whether you are new to me and are experiencing what I do for the first time, or you've been a long term supporter, I think just laying all this out would be beneficial to tell all of you. So, to start, I lived in Belpre from 2010 to 2022. And during that time, in 2013, I launched Mid Ohio Valley Weather Update. And this was at a time when there wasn't really much weather on social media for the Parkersburg area at all. And that comes from a lifetime of love for weather. Starting when I was young and my mom was scared of storms, but rather than be more fearful of it, I decided to embrace it. I watched the Weather Channel as though it were a regular TV program. Then my mom got more involved and helped me get all these materials and went to storm spotter training, and I got my own storm spotter number. And that was so cool. And I just remember being immersed in weather. And though I never lost touch with it, I decided to go another route when it came to my career. I decided I wanted to be a teacher, and my education is in secondary social studies. And then later on, I would add math and ELA to my certifications to try to make me more hireable because I was having trouble finding a job in Pennsylvania. And fate intervened, and I got a call from Wood County in 2010 and said, hey, we have this math and social studies job. And I went for it. And my ex and I moved to Belpre in 2010, and I lived there until 2022. And in that time, I launched Mid Ohio Valley Weather Update, and I did that in my spare time. And that thing grew to 96,000 followers. And I'm just humbled by that. And at the time I launched it there wasn't really a lot of weather information on social media about the Mid Ohio Valley, in the Parkersburg area in particular. That's since changed, thankfully, and I'd like to think that I at least had a little hand in that. But for the last 3 years, as I said, I lived in Belpre until 2022. For the last 3 years, since some life events happened, I've been on a quest to find myself. And I even returned to teaching. I taught for a while in Martinsburg, West Virginia, and currently I'm in Kansas. Well, I had some health difficulties that made it impossible for me to continue my teaching career. And it was at that point, because I had this page that you're currently on for about a year. I soft launched it. And what it came down to for me is I'm 41. I love weather. I have proof of concept that I've done it before, but this time it's in the age of monetization. I'm like, I'm going for it. I'm going to be a weather content creator for the Mid Ohio Valley, and that's going to be my full time job. What this also means is that I am returning physically to the Mid Ohio Valley. And at the same time, to ensure this happens, I would like your help, and I do need your help. And I know you've been very supportive of me. And I can't thank you enough for all of that support. You're the ones who have encouraged me to come back to this and to make this my full time thing and to add an independent voice in weather. So, what are the ways you can help? These ways I consider the most important. comment, share, and react to all the posts you can. Watch videos like this all the way through. That helps get that out to more people. And then tag friends or family. This is seriously a game of tag. Just tag them, you know? The more people that are on here, the more this steamrolls and moves forward. I don't need 96,000 followers again. I would love to have 96,000 followers, but, I just want people who want to be here. Like I want to be here, and I want to serve all of you. So again, these things over there, those are the most important things. And they're free. Next up, Patreon. I tried launching Facebook subscriptions, but they were being Facebookish about it. So I launched the Snow Daddy Cool Crew over on Patreon. Patreon.com/SnowDaddy. Yes, I have fully embraced that. For $2.99 a month, you can support me as a creator. And you get 2 to 3 non-forecast posts a week, as in stuff I would never put on the main page. I like talking about long-term stuff. I also don't like it being out there in the social media ecosphere either. I'm going to keep that in. I don't care. So for $2.99 a month, you get my thoughts on some longer-term stuff. You get some additional information that I just wouldn't put on the main page. All the forecast products I would normally produce are always going to be free. They're always going to be available. They're always going to be out there. This is a bonus for those who would like to support me financially for basically the price of a convenience store extra large coffee per month. I don't need the fancy coffees, but anything helps. It really does. Partnerships. I don't call them advertisements. I don't call them sponsors. I take a non-commercial approach to this. And I know those who have partnered with me understand that. I am very old school when it comes to putting these types of messages out. I prefer businesses and business owners who believe in what I do and want to support me because of what I produce and the value it is to the community. And for me, I give them the opportunity to align with such a vision. So there are no calls to action when there's a partnership post. And there are no blurred lines either. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're a business and a business owner and you want to take advantage of lack of journalistic ethics to serve as an expert or get your name out there on a newscast at some other place, I don't blame you one bit. But from where I sit as a reporter, and yes, I do consider weather to be a form of news and a form of journalism, I don't do that. I don't make content specifically for those who financially compensate me, nor am I beholden to them. I am not beholden to a major corporation either. My responsibility is to all of you out there. That is my main responsibility, and I would prefer and do align myself with people who also believe in that mission. So be sure to tag a business here too if you'd like. And this last part is completely optional, but I very much appreciate those of you who take advantage of this. As a content creator who is doing this full time, this is my job. This is the thing that I do that I believe brings the most value to the community and makes the most of my talents. So my handles are all on there. I have 3 different ways you can tip or buy me a coffee or whatever you want to call it, because those long days covering severe weather, I definitely like my caffeine. And if you want to mail me something, I'll have the P.O. box in the comments. But again, this is completely optional. And that's at your own heart. I mean, everybody has causes they like to give to, and if I'm one of them, I'm humbled by that. I very much appreciate that. But it also helps me keep this full time, which is my goal. I don't need to be rich off of this. I would like to make an honest living by it, though. That's my goal. Because if I can do that, then I am literally 24/7 devoted to this coverage. And I can remain 24/7 devoted to this coverage. So thank you for joining me on this page and on this journey. And thank you for all of your support, whether you're here for the first time or been with me for over a decade. This is what I want to do. This is my passion, and the Mid-Ohio Valley is the community where I feel I most belong. So I hope to see all of you in person soon. And thank you so much for being there for me.